Shira Frankel is a technology reporter for the New York Times. She is also the author of An Ugly Truth Inside Facebook's Battle for Domination, and she joins me now. Yeah, Domination 2.0 here. I mean, your book was impeccably sourced, and your book claimed that essentially Facebook's business model has been toxic. So now what of Meta, right? And Zuckerberg's version that he just laid out?
I mean, this is really just an extenuation of everything Mark Zuckerberg has been about. He, as a teenager, even had something of a god complex. He was obsessed with this board game called Civilization, where you can build worlds. When he launched Facebook, he told people at the very start his goal was to be first to market, biggest to market. He's just doing the same thing he's always done. He is trying to stake a claim. He is trying to take control of what he thinks is going to be the big next wave of technology. And the question is going to be whether the world accepts that, whether people, in spite of all of the controversy and stuff, in spite of all of the crises that have hit Facebook in the last month, are going to want to put their trust in Facebook. And especially in something like a metaverse, which is incredibly data rich. If you think you're giving Facebook a lot of your data now, wait until you have to have these sensors and tools in your house, which are feeding it a constant stream of data for you to be able to play these games and engage in these kinds of workspaces.
Yeah, you just painted a very vivid picture there of why everyone should proceed cautiously. You know, Frances Haugen, the Facebook whistleblower, focused the problem for us. You know, she's saying, look, this is a company that views this kind of safety issue or that data issue as a cost center, as not a growth center in terms of where they should be to protect our privacy. What happens if that persists? Especially, you know, you guys laid out so well in your book the risks not just to the developed world, but the developing world. And you highlighted what happened in Myanmar.
Thank you so much, Paula, for bringing that up. That Myanmar chapter was startling for us even as we wrote it, because we showed how again and again Facebook was prioritizing growing in these new markets rather than the safety and privacy and security concerns of countries all over the world where different languages are spoken, where there's different systems of governance and really just different dangers. I was really struck today by how much so much of the language Mark Zuckerberg used in introducing the metaverse was almost perfectly in sync with the language that he used when he announced that he wanted to bring the next 1 billion users online. Back then, he talked about how this was an amazing opportunity for growth, to bring the world online, to connect people in what he saw as the next new wave of Facebook. Now, we know the downwind effects. Today, we know what happened in countries ranging from Myanmar to India to Sri Lanka. Why would he use that same language again when introducing the metaverse is honestly beyond me. But I was very concerned that it took them 55 minutes into this presentation to begin to even raise safety and security as a priority.
Yeah, it certainly shows the kind of silos that Facebook is operating in, and they might think that's harsh criticism, but we've seen the effects day in and day out. So you know, we have this concept of the metaverse. You know, Facebook claims that it invites regulation, that it wants regulation from the bottom up, starting immediately with the metaverse. You know, do you think that that's true? And if it's true, what is your advice to regulators about how to do this?
You know, they want regulation on their terms. They want regulation that they can craft. That's the reason why they have one of the largest lobbying operations in Washington, D.C. They've been very clever in how they've positioned themselves in Washington on this. So it's all good and well to say you want regulation if you get to be the ones guiding that regulation. I think regulation that focuses on a specific list of things that Facebook should and shouldn't allow is a best case scenario for the company, because they can just check those things off their list, and then anything that falls outside of it, they can say, well, that's not our fault. That's the government telling us what we can and cannot do. However, I think there's a smarter way to go forward with regulation, and I think that's what lawmakers are really looking at right now, where they focus on Facebook's algorithms. What does the company recommend to people? Where does it push people towards? And that's applicable on Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, or, you know, in the metaverse that they hypothetically create. What are they going to be pushing people towards? And that is the thing that we should be thinking about, and that I think lawmakers are going to be regulating over.
Yeah, what are you pushing people towards, and can you mine that data to even do that? We will leave it there, Shira, but thank you so much. Some great insights for us. Appreciate it.